Hi, welcome back to Maria's Kitchen. I just want to give a big thanks today for those that have donated. My cousin Junior and Sherry donated this wonderful big NutriBullet, and it is one of my favorites. You are definitely going to need one of these, or you're going to need a very good blender, because we are making chicken mole today and the sauce needs to be blended very well. These are Mexican chili pods and we will be using these. I want to give a quick shout out to Julie Castro, my cousin. She had asked me a while back, Maria, can you show me how to make chicken mole? And I said, sure. So this show is dedicated to Julie Castro and to all of those that wanted me to show them how to make chicken mole. The very first thing we are going to do is you will need 2 bags of New Mexico chili pods, 2 small bags. And I am going to show you what to do here. We first have to get them out, and you'll see them like this. We're going to pull the stem off, and we are going to open this up, but I'm going to show you, you don't have to do it this way, but you could. You could just cut it down with your kitchen scissors, open it up, and we've got to clean out all of these seeds. You're just going to take them out, and you're going to just get them into here and clean them out as best you can, because when we rinse them in the sink, more seeds will come out. So you're cleaning the entire inside here, and it will take a while. We're going to do the 2 bags, and I got that, and we're just going to throw them in there, and I will continue doing all of these, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to rinse them at the sink and then get them boiling. We'll be right back. So we're at the sink now, and we are going to rinse them. Just go ahead and turn the water on, and we're going to rinse them. I'm actually going to put my pot in here so you can see. We're going to rinse each one and inside and out so that they're clean. Just rinse them real quick. Take out the rest of the seeds that you couldn't get. I mean, if a few seeds stay in, it's going to be fine because they'll blend. You don't have to be like really perfect about the seeds, but the more you can get out, the better. So we're going to continue to rinse all this, and then we're going to put them to boil. So I rinsed all of the chili pods, and I put them in a pan of water. Make sure the water is pretty full. I'm going to put it on high to begin with. We're also going to put about, I'd say about 5 garlic cloves on top. This is what I do. We're going to go ahead and boil this for 30 minutes. You can start it out on high until it comes to a rolling boil, and then you're going to let it simmer on a medium high for 30 minutes, and we will be back. So it's been about 35 minutes and it is done. You could just pierce and it's really soft. And there are the garlic cloves, and now we are going to, I let it cool down for about 15-20 minutes. You don't really have to, but I mean, because if you have a good blender that does hot stuff, it'll be fine. But here we are. So now I am going to get and do it in batches. But first I want to get, maybe I'll get a couple of the garlic cloves in, and then we'll get some of the chili. You're just going to grab it like this, put it in there. Don't stuff it too much. I mean, unless you have a good blender. I'm using my small cup, and we are going to blend this. You're going to want to get some of the juice so it's not too dry, that good juice that we used, and then we're going to put the lid on, and you're going to see how pretty this sauce is going to come out. And we are done. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. You're going to take the lid off, and look at how beautiful and red this sauce is. Gorgeous. And you're going to just keep blending till you are done. And let me see. Do you see it? Oh, it's so red. Beautiful. Okay, we will be back. We are all done. I blended all of the chili pods, and look at this beautiful dark rich. This is New Mexico chili pods. Now if you want it a little less spicier, use California, but we love New Mexico. It's not too hot, it's just a little good flavor. So now we are going to make the sauce. You're going to put this on a medium high to begin with. We're going to make a roux. You're going to need about, I'd say about 2 tablespoons, maybe 2 tablespoons, 2 heaping tablespoons of shortening or lard, and then we're going to let that melt, and we will be putting the flour in after this melts. Let it melt for a little bit. It's going to be about 2.5. I'm going to try it. That's about 2. I have 2.5 in here. Let's see. Yeah. You know, it depends. Some people like their sauce really thick. Some people like it runny. So it's just going to depend on you. But this is probably going to make a little thicker sauce. I had about 2.5 tablespoons right here. I'm going to lower the flame because I had it on high, just so that we can get it cooking just for a little bit. We're just going to cook it for a little bit, and we're going to let it cook that flour flavor off. And looks like that should be okay. It's kind of fast. We don't have to let it cook too long. But I'm going to add a little secret ingredient. Well, it's not secret, but we're adding a little bit of butter in there also, maybe 1/2 teaspoon of butter. And here we go. It's going to be kind of fast here. We're stirring this around while it's melting. I'm going to let it melt, and then we are going to pour the beautiful sauce in. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, there it goes. All that beautiful red sauce. Oh, I love this so much. And we're gonna just cook it really quick. Make sure you're stirring. I do have it on, I have it on low. I'll put it up a little higher so we can get it to a boil. As you incorporated it, we're gonna put the 2 cups of chicken broth. I boiled the chicken there, and I used the chicken broth from the chicken. So we're going to let this keep stirring for a little bit. So I have it, it's almost going to come to a boil, but let's go ahead and put our spices in. It's going to be a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we are going to put I'm going to say 1/2 teaspoon of this. It's not going to be too hot. You don't have to add the chili seeds, but I love it. Garlic salt, we're just going to do a little shake around, a couple of shakes. I am going to put a tiny bit of oregano, like a tiny bit. I don't know, maybe that much, because it's kind of powerful. Just do it like that. And then we're going to stir all that up. And let's see, I'm going to use this one. So we've got all our spices in. It's going to be to your preference of what you want to add. I mean, this was really hard because I usually just keep adding this, add that, and I keep tasting it. So I'm actually going to taste this. A little more salt. You probably will have to add a little more salt. I'd say about another 1/2 teaspoon, but you know, it all depends on you. And now it's getting to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and start adding in our boiled chicken, because remember, you have to boil chicken, so it's on medium heat. I've added 2/3 of cup more water. I've added the chicken in, and I'm going to continue adding the rest of the chicken, and just let it sit in there. I did a family picnic pack of chicken, so just boil it, and then you'll just slide it right in, and then you'll let it come to a rolling boil. Let the spices simmer. I did have to add 2/3 cup more water. So if it gets thick, even after this, just keep adding a little more water or a little more chicken broth. But I already added 2 cups of chicken broth for the flavor, and I used the chicken broth that I boiled the chicken in. But I tasted it, and I think I need to add a little more spice, which is going to be the Morton salt. I'm going to put a couple of shakes of that in, and I know you don't want to do this, but I am going to add 2 more teaspoons of chili. You don't have to add this, but I like it a little spicy. We're going to stir this in, and actually it is literally done. It is already done. I let it boil for maybe just a couple of minutes, and that's it. And look at how beautiful this looks. It's so red. We've got our chicken in there, but I have to show you something else. If your family doesn't want bone on the chicken, I actually made this one. I'm going to heat it up because my family's coming over, but I actually deboned all of the chicken, and this is only just chicken with the red sauce without the bones. This is good for kids. I mean, you're going to have to debone all your chicken, but it's going to be wonderful. So I plated it up. I went ahead and got the chicken that has the bone in it, but I'm saving this, the boneless, for my grandkids and my kids when they come over. And I just want to show you what a beautiful plate this is. We've got the rice, and I've already showed you how to do that on the show. The beans. I'm actually going to take a little bite of these too. And I'm actually going to take this apart. I'm going to show you how beautiful it comes apart. And oh my God, it's so good. It needs more chili though for me, but look how beautiful that is. Nice rich red sauce. You get it in the juice, you get some rice, and Thank you everyone for spending time with me today on Maria's Kitchen. I have the scripture of the day, Luke 6:38. Give away your life and you'll find life given back to you, but not merely given back, but given back with bonuses and blessings. It is the way. Generosity begets generosity. Make sure that you stay generous with whatever you have. It could be time, it could be talent, or anything that God shows you, but stay generous. And now we have a special word from Ava, and what is it?
Have the best day ever.
Bye. Subscribe and like.